Welcome back, everybody, to yet another short video of what's going on. I am your host, Jacob Carlson, and today in this short video, I just want to simply and briefly talk about how my mind works. Now, why in this particular case? Well, for as long as I can possibly remember, being a toddler and a little kid growing up and going to elementary school, the number one mystery in my entire life, to me personally, has always been precisely how my brain functions. It's the one major and vital organ of the human body that controls all the nerve impulses of what makes up the nervous system, for instance. And without the brain, we just drop like broccoli, for instance. Very disgusting, and I would never want to see that in real life at all. But my mind has always been a mystery. It's always been a living, breathing enigma of chaos, and that has endured from my childhood all the way to the present day, and most certainly will endure long after this video. And speaking of this video right here, right now, I have spent the last hour or hour and a half trying to make this video because if there's one thing you should definitely know about my mind, and definitely the mindset I'm always in, is that I always find it difficult to try to put into words exactly what my thought process is, for instance. And and I've spent so long at this point trying to make this particular video for my YouTube channel that I just get so easily annoyed and frustrated with myself because I keep messing up the intro and I keep messing up during and even the whole process of trying to work out how I can wiggle at least 6 and maybe occasionally 7 minutes worth of dialogue within a 6-minute video, for instance. It's always challenging and it's always frustrating, and yet I've been doing this every week since July of 2022, for instance. Uh, Despite how difficult it is, I've always managed to pull through and overcome the adversity that my mind always gives me. It gives me a mental barrier to where I just can't really speak my thoughts, and if I tried to, I would always try to get myself in trouble as a result. So I always try to filter what I say before I end up saying it. And that's why it's always difficult for me to make these videos to begin with. I never want to say the wrong thing, and I never want to hurt anybody in the process. Also, how my mind also acts when it's not doing videos is primarily the way that an ADHD mindset works as well, where basically I've been diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder, or ASD, as the doctors used to refer to it back in the day. I may also have a little bit of ADHD because of how my mind works, because every waking moment of my life, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, my mind is always running, with the brief exception of meditative practice and sleeping, for instance. My mind is a never-ending death spiral of chaos for me personally. I always fixate on one piece of subject matter to the point where I get tired of it and I move on to something else, and this process continues to repeat itself over and over and over again. My mind plays a a neural version of leapfrog, for instance, where you just go from one subject matter to the next within the same hour or hour and a half at this point. And it's always difficult for me to focus on one thing at a time because my mind is always doing that. It's always jumping from one subject matter to the next, where I can never write down any of my thoughts or patterns to my thoughts whatsoever. It's that chaotic, and I can't really make sense of it. If you ever had a chance to glimpse what my mind has to offer anyone at all, you'd probably run away in terror, for instance. But it's something I live with. It's not exactly a problem for me. I've been used to it my entire life, and in many instances, it has served me well. I'm not necessarily smart in everything I know, but I am most definitely just knowledgeable about the things that I know. Like, I'm not completely smart at everything, but I'm just knowledgeable about things because my mind is always in motion, and whatever piques my interest, I'm going to try to fixate on it as much as I can so that I can accumulate as much knowledge as I can, for instance. So basically, that's it on that. And that's usually how my mindset works altogether. Um, and so definitely after this very frustrating video that I've been trying to make for the past hour and a half, I'm going to try to lay down and take a nap and try to give my mind a brief reset. That way I can function better tomorrow. So with that being said, my name is Jacob Carlson, and my mind is absolutely insane. But it's the only one I've got. So there you go on that. And if you want to, please, if you want to, like the video, comment something you like or don't like, especially about the human brain and the human mind altogether. Is it good for you? Is it bad for you? Whatever you think. Okay, and if you haven't already, please press the red subscribe button down below so that you don't hit the notification bell so that you don't miss a future upload on my YouTube channel anytime soon. And I would always ask that you please share the video with all the people you know and love in life on social media, wherever you get your information and entertainment these days. And I will always ask that you please take care of each other out there, be nice to one another, and as always, I will see you in the next couple of videos. Okay, take care of yourselves and your minds. You'll need them in life. Bye-bye.